Here with everyone at West Space 2 at Osprey Quay Campus, and I'm here because I want to show you how you can print yourself from a Chromebook. So I'm going to show you these instructions. There's quite a few steps, but this is why I'm recording this video, so that you can watch it back and you can help yourself if you get stuck at any point. So the first thing we need to do to print from your Chromebook is to set up the link between your Chromebook or any device that you're using that's got a Chrome web browser and you're signed into. So this could be a bring your own device, could be your own Chromebook, as long as you're signed in with your iPacker email address. So you need to visit www. Only 3 W's, I don't know why I added 4. .ipacker.org.uk or .uk.com, we've got 2 URLs. And we're going to hover over where it says quick links here, and you're going to click student area. Okay? You click student area and this pops up. We used this the other day, didn't we? And if you click the black shape here, go back, the black shape here, then if you click the Mr. Sprackling recommends, there's this one right in the middle that says set up Google Cloud Print. If you click that, set Google Cloud Print up, it says after adding this printer for G Sprackling, you'll be able to use Google Cloud Print to print to this printer from your PC or mobile device. So you click Add Printer, and it should add that to you. It's probably not doing it for me because I've already got it on my username and password, so it won't allow me to add it twice. But for you guys, it will say you can click Add and press Add, and that printer will now be on and working for you. So now, whenever you go to print something, so let's have a look what I've got open. If I was to open, say, a picture of a lion, if I click this, and let's say I've got a web page about, let's say I want to print this page on Wikipedia, not that we would ever print a page from Wikipedia off, very bad example from Mr. Sprackling. If we click onto this page, now if I click File in the top corner here and press Print, it will give me the option to print to the iPacker printer. And it's a type of printing called cloud printing. Cloud printing is great because you don't actually have to be in the building to print. So both Miss Cox, Mrs. Watson and myself, if we wish to, if we want to, from home, as long as we're using Google Chrome, we can press File Print and we can print our work at home and then release it at school the next morning. So that's really easy to do, hands down at the moment. The way you do this is you change the destination. At the moment, if I press save, it's going to save this image to the right here as a PDF. We don't want to do that. We don't want to save it as another file. We want to print it. So we're going to click change. And it's going to search for all the destinations that we've got access to. Oh, I need to sign in here, that's why it's not working. Let's make sure I'm signed into the web browser. You won't need to do this if you're using a Chromebook because you'll already be signed in. So now, here we go. Ah, brilliant. Here we go. It's got your recent destination, it's got your local printers, and then it's got your Google Cloud printers. So your Google Cloud printers are those that you can print from anywhere directly to them. And look, these ones, this one here is iPackers, and this one here is my one at home. I've got a Google Cloud printer at home. So if I wanted to, and it was on, I could press the button now, here, and it would print off in my dining room at home. That would surprise Mrs. Sprackling, wouldn't it? The printer started printing away, but it's not plugged in at the moment. Okay? So, I must do that one day when it's plugged in. So I'm going to click iPacker. At this point, it's always really good to check your preview, because you'll find that often you might print too many pages, and we're all into saving the environment here at iPacker, aren't we? And we don't want to waste ink, and we don't want to waste paper. So if we check on the right hand side, we can see what we're printing. If we scroll through, you can actually see that this document is actually, let's see if I can find out now. Look, it's actually 35 pages long. And I don't want to print 35 pages. Look, especially that last page, it's got nothing on it. So I need to change what I'm printing using the menu to the left-hand side. And look, I can choose to print all pages, or I can choose to pick particular pages. And I just want to print page 1. I want to print one copy of it, and I want it to be in portrait format. Show with the person next to you what portrait is with your fingers. Now, what's landscape? That's the other one. Fantastic. I can also choose here whether I'm going to print in colour or whether I'm going to print in black and white, and you'll see the image on the right hand side changes when I click black and white, because that's going to print it in monotone, just using black ink. Technically you can't print white ink unless you've got a very special printer, so you're not printing in black and white, you're printing in black, okay, and using white paper. At this point, if I wanted to print, I would press the button print, and then what happens is your document gets thrown up into the internet and whizzes around the internet and finds its way to the iPacker print server. The iPacker print server is a server that sits at Royal Manor campus waiting for you to release your printing. Because at iPacker, when we press print, it doesn't just come straight out the printer. And this is the bit that you really need to listen to, the next step. Okay? The next step, once we've printed our item, okay, and I'm going to go back now to the iPacker website. When you're on the iPacker website, the next step is for you to know your printer code. And at the moment, none of you will know your printer codes, and you need to learn your printer codes. Your printer code is a 5-digit number that is unique to you, that you don't tell anybody, that you can release your printing and you can do photocopying with. So Miss Cox knows her number, Mrs. Watson knows her number, and I know my number that we use to do our printing. You haven't been shared these before. The thing that we're going to do now, you'll only ever need to do once unless you forget your number. If you can remember your number, you won't ever have to do it again. So this video will be here to remind people if they forget their number. So you go to quick links, you go to student area. This time we're going to click the black again. We're going to click Mr. Spratlin recommends, and you're going to click change printer code. Now at this point you need to use the username and password you use to get into Purple Mash. Okay? If you're not sure what that is, it's the start of your email address without the @ipacker.org.uk bit in. So for Mr. Spratlin, it's G Spratlin. But for you, it may be 20, 19, 18, 17, I don't know what your numbers are. Okay, followed by your surname and the first 3 letters of your first name. That is your email address, @ipacker.org.uk. But you take that bit off. You take your email address off, and then you put your password in for Purple Mash. Now, for a lot of you, that password will still be Summer1 because it's never been changed from what it was set originally. For others, you may not know what that password is. You might want to try your Google password. That may work. If not, come and see me. I'm going to be here this afternoon and you'll be able to get into this. Once you're into this, we'll have questions at the end. Once you're into this, you click in, you'll see that it comes up and it says what your current number is. My number was 01305. And I can change it, so I can make it 01306 if I wanted. And I can press change number. Now it's up to you. You don't have to change your code. You can keep the one that is already your number, or you can set a new number that you'll remember. But the number must be 5 digits long, and you must remember it. And the other thing is, you are not allowed to have the same number as anyone else. So if you type a number in and it says you're not allowed to have this number, that's because somebody else in iPacker, and it may be a student at Royal Manor, it may be a teacher at Royal Manor, maybe a TA at Southwell, might have the same number as you. So you might have to try a couple of times. Whereas the number that is there, the current number, will be unique to you already. When you have all that information, when you've done all of those things, you'll be able to go to the printer by North Base. You'll be able to press a button that says log in. You'll be able to put your 5 numbers in, then you'll be able to press print and your work will come out. It may be that when we get to that stage, Mrs. Hunter, you might need to go and stand by the printer and work with the children as they print them off. And I'll work here to ensure that the numbers, anyone that's having any problems, will work through. Has anybody got any questions before I press stop on the recording that they think is a good question? Lawrence?
Well, on pupils that are like Prezi or that on Google Drive, they have multiple pages, so how are we going to print it?
I would just choose one or two things that you want to print. You're not going to be able to print everything, okay?
Why are we learning how to print?
Because I think sometimes it's really nice to have a paper version of what you've done electronically. So on occasions, you're not going to print everything, but at times you should be able to, if you want to print. Okay? So this is a skill that you'll not only use today, you'll use throughout the year and throughout your time at Maritime House. It's the same process that will work at Maritime House. The good thing is, and we as teachers know this because sometimes the printers stop working, if you print something here at Osprey Quay, and for some reason you're not here, or the printers aren't working here, you can walk into Royal Manor and put your number in and the printing will come out. You can walk into Victoria Building 6th Form and the printing will come out. I know some of them might be doing that. But it's very easy to do and it works across different sites. Yes?
What are you using it this afternoon?
Yes, that's my aim.
You know the code?
Yes.
What happens if, like, all the code that you remember have been taken?
I would use the one that they've already given you.
Okay.
Okay? Yes?
Well, do you know